Good day, YouTubers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from all around the world. Wouldn't you like to be a sailor on this ship? If they had chickens to eat while they were working on there. I see a... Yep. This is one of the tie-offs from the flag up there. We put on the top and the main mast. If I can reach in here and cut this without cutting anything else. Yep, so we finished all 5 of the flags and the lights and a few other things we were working on, the anchors. Now we're doing the lifeboats. Sit there on the main deck. We got one of the lifeboats, probably 75–80% done. I was doing some final touch up on it today with the paint. Still got a little anchor and a few other details to put on this one, but we got most of the hard stuff done. I've been painting, trying to get the lines fairly straight. All those different colors, you gotta wait till stuff dries. So yesterday I was working on this second lifeboat, doing the planking, and if you can see here, this frame and this frame got broken while I was sticking a pin in there or something. They're not very thick coming out of the laser cut sheet, and I got aggravated pushing on it and it broke. So the piece that broke is totally gone. So I actually glued in some other scrap pieces that were part of the laser cut stuff. It's not exactly the right shape, but it's a close enough shape. And I glued them in right beside the other frame on the top and the bottom, so I got a good connection between where the old frame broke at and 2 different frame boards. So got to continue on with the planking on this one while we let some of that paint dry before we look on to the next step. On that one, I'm going to pull these pins out and glue on some more boards. Okay, so we got the last plank in there. Now I'm gonna have to sand it. I'm gonna use some 220. It's pretty coarse, but not too coarse. Try to get this sanded down fairly smooth, and then I'm going to put a good thick coat of Wood Bond original wood glue on the whole outside of this to help lock everything together and let it dry overnight. Yeah, this is taking off a lot of the high spots, and that's what we got to do. And after this dries with the wood glue on it, then we'll take that Dremel and come in here and cut this away just underneath the edge of that last plank board. Alright, we just glued on this little grate here, and they've got some real small pieces of brass laser cut with a hole in the middle of them that they want us to put a brass rod in, a 1/2 millimeter brass rod for the oars and the paddles. So I just finished super gluing, or the jewelry glue, which is really Side-E Immaculate, but it's got some ethyl in it, which makes it cure real quick, and it's not liquid. It's sort of a pasty when it comes out. So I'm going to attempt to drill some of these out now. I'm resting the drill, the side of the drill on the table, and just tipping it up to the right angle, and then walking the boat into the bit instead of trying to put this in the drill press and come down on the boat. Yep, so that worked. I'm going to get a test piece of that brass rod and see what kind of fit we got. If I'm going to have to fight it or make it bigger or something else, I don't know yet. Okay, these rods are going in there pretty good. Got a 1/2 millimeter drill bit and a 1/2 millimeter hole. I'm making a little longer than they need to be so I can get the butt of them to glue against the sidewall of the ship down there, or the lifeboat. If that one's a little high, I'll cut it off with the nippers. So I'm going probably 10 millimeters or more. And choking on it just the amount I want sticking up. So I know my pliers are gonna get glue on them. But I want it to go down and touch the sidewall of the lifeboat. A little bit too low. Straighten it out. So that's going pretty smoothly. Okay, so we got this one. I think it's long lifeboat number 2. We got it finished up. When I put it on the ship, I'm going to do a little more touch up to it, but as far as now, last step was making that loop of rope and tying it to the anchor. Got the anchor hanging there like they show in the plans. So that one's ready to install. Now over here, we got to cut this one loose from that base, like we did the first one. So we'll come in here with the Dremel and very carefully whack it away on one side and then flip it over. I don't know if I'm going to get very far on that today because I got some other stuff I got to work on. But the main thing was trying to get this one finished up. And I think we have achieved our goal there. That anchor rope was the last thing. Now the steps ahead, we've already got 3 or 4 pages done. We just got to cut that thing away. So they show a little saw to cut it away. Yeah, as thin as that planking board is, you'll tear that thing up easy. Ain't no way you're cutting that with that's a little X-Acto knife or a little saw. Looks like it's got teeth on it. And this one's got a couple other details that the other one didn't have. I mean, it's sitting on top of the other one, so everything on the other one's getting covered up. So I'm going to do all these little details. And paint. A whole bunch of details, page after page after page, and all the rudders are oars and paddles. And I did find them buckets, so we'll work on that next week. But right now, get this thing cut out after I finish my chores. Thanks for watching.